But when you say it's possible to support people by not supporting them, that just lacks entirely any integrity. And it's something that increasingly we're seeing with your mayoralty, whether it's telling people that you have no plans to expand ULEZ and doing it 10 months later, whether it's saying that you only found out you were going to Taylor Swift the night before and misdeclaring those concert tickets, you did that, whether it's not publicising your diary, which you said you would.
What happens when a mayor whose career was built on promises is finally cornered on integrity? Inside the London Assembly, Sadiq Khan faced relentless scrutiny over his unfulfilled pledge to the WSB women who lost their pensions and were assured they would receive support.
Keep up the good fight. Is it your New Year's resolution to continue to tell WSB women to keep up the good fight? Or do you agree with this government?
No, I think they should keep up the good fight. My understanding is that the government would like to do this, but because of the massive black hole left by the previous government.
Rather than providing a direct answer, Khan faced accusations of filibustering, hypocrisy, and outright dishonesty. The defining moment, however, came when Assembly members highlighted the stark gap between his public statements and his actual actions.
Or whether it's this, standing, and in this post you've got 4,000 people liking this. It's an issue that affects 3 million people. It's buying votes, essentially, to stand by them and say, I support your cause, and then say, actually, no, I don't, once you're in the position to stand up for them.
Watch closely. This confrontation goes beyond broken promises. It exposes a recurring pattern of behaviour that Londoners are growing increasingly frustrated with. Engage with the discussion. Like, share and subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments below.
Keep up the good fight. Is it your New Year's resolution to continue to tell WSB women to keep up the good fight, or do you agree with this government?
No, I think they should keep up the good fight. My understanding is that the government would like to do this, but because of the massive black hole left by the previous government and the awful inheritance, they simply can't find the money to do so. I mean, every year, Chair, every year, there's a gap of money coming in and money going out of £22 billion. And so the government's got a really tough task in relation to balancing the books. And we know because, you know, unlike the previous government, this government have supported the campaign that their sympathies lie with the WSB women, as indeed do mine.
Actually, Mr. Mayor, that's a little far from the truth, because what the Chancellor has come out and said is actually she's kind of gone on to say that people did have enough time to know this and that she doesn't actually support the cause. It's been less about the money and more about the full reason of doing it. But on the money in itself, I think I've told you previously, I won't go into it again, the state that this government inherited much being improved from what the last Conservative government inherited, Lib Dem coalition in 2010. But also to reflect on this 22 billion black hole that nobody's seen and nobody will be shown. And even the OBR said in their report that there is nothing in their review to legitimise the 22 billion. So with that in mind, how will you be resolving in the new year to support WSB women, if that is something that you still agree and you disagree with this government, as you say?
Well, I'm really happy to talk about national politics. Look, so the previous government claimed to care about those who were victims of the post office scandal. Where was the money to compensate them? No money set aside to compensate the victims of the post office scandal. The previous government claimed to care about those who were contaminated with
We're actually
blood.
talking about you and what you resolve to do in the new year. Sorry, but the Mayor was confused, so I was just redirecting him to the question. What will you be doing in the new year? Will you be supporting the WSB women, or will you be supporting the government?
So just like with the WSB women, the government set aside no money, the previous government, for the victims of the post office scandal and contaminated blood. What this government's done, and I fully support, is they found the money for those who are victims of the post office scandal, notwithstanding the difficult circumstances of their inheritance. They found the money to support those who are the victims of contaminated blood. They've also, by the way, are addressing the Windrush scandal, another legacy of the previous government. They've got to find this £22 billion in relation to the black hole left by the government every year, by the way, not just 1 year, one-off, every year. They've got to fund the £22 billion. And I know, because the WSB Women's campaign's been, really, really loud and clear, that many women suffered as a consequence of this. I think she's referring to the Ombudsman's report, which was quoted by the Chancellor.
I think you've had enough time to do the filibuster thing, so shall we move on to the question? I'll repeat it. Will you resolve in the new year to stand by WSB women as you said you would previously, or will you be agreeing with the government and saying that this is a lost cause?
I think it's possible to support the victims of the scandal in relation to the WASPI women, but also recognise the horrible inheritance this government's had from the previous lot. £22 billion black hole, public services on its knees, private sector on its knees, low growth, high interest rates, and a situation that no government would like to inherit, but this government has, and they're doing a good job fixing the foundations of both public services and the economy.
Well, if you think what this government inherited was bad, imagine what the coalition government walked into in 2010. But when you say it's possible to support people by not supporting them, that just lacks entirely any integrity. And it's something that increasingly we're seeing with your mayoralty. Whether it's telling people that you have no plans to expand ULEZ and doing it 10 months later, whether it's saying that you only found out you were going to Taylor Swift the night before and misdeclaring those concert tickets, you did that, whether it's not publicising your diary, which you said you would, but then you do it about a year later than you should, or whether it's this, standing, and in this post you've got 4,000 people liking this. It's an issue that affects 3 million people. It's buying votes, essentially, to stand by them and say, I support your cause, and then say, actually, no, I don't, once you're in a position to stand up for them.
It's always good to receive advice from people about how to win elections, particularly from
I've won
a
every
party,
election I've stood in, so you can always listen to me if you like.
particularly from a party that's lost 3 in a row. In terms of the London mayoralty, I'm quite clear in relation to the resolutions I've got for the new year. I'll carry on serving this great city of ours to make it healthier, to make it safer, to make it greener, and to make it more prosperous.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. And it is possible to stand in elections. I have, and won without misleading people. I think that you should do the same. No matter your position, if you told people you're going to do something for them, I think you should.
I'm really happy, Chair, to respond to that question.
That's okay. It's not a question, thanks. It's just some helpful advice for the Christmas.
When a mayor faces accusations of hypocrisy and broken promises, the establishment often averts its gaze. Here, however, we present the footage they'd prefer to suppress. If you believe Londoners deserve honesty and accountability from their leaders, join the effort. Like this video, subscribe, share it widely, and leave your thoughts in the comments below.